attempt number 3, attempt number 4, attempt number 5. With attempt 3, I was looking to improve the accuracy. I was measuring across here and across here, and with the previous attempt had an error of nearly 0.25 millimeters difference between these measurements. And rather than indexing on the spindle as the part rotates, I used geared indexing plate, and that has reduced the error. I can only measure an error within 0.01 millimeters. If I were able to get it more accurate, I wouldn't be able to measure it, and I couldn't see the 0.25 millimeter error, and so very happy with that. This is as good as I'm going to be able to do. However, of course, it's a bit wonky this top surface here, and you can see the distance here smaller than the distance here. When machining this surface, I make a cut, then spin the part 180 degrees and spin the part. To spin the part 180 degrees, I have to turn the handle 20 times. What I think I've done is rotate it, turning it 19 times, not bringing it all the way around, and then I've machined the surface. Then I've gone back to 20 times, and so I've got these angled lines that are parallel. Possible interesting avenue of future surface making, but absolutely not what I'm trying to do here. So, moved on to attempt number 4. Attempt number 4 maintained the accuracy and squareness of the case and didn't make any errors in rotating the part. Began to lap this in, working out what I need to be able to do. Began machining a case back which screws in. I'm very happy with how the threads meet up. However, through a series of bungles, I have drilled the lugs too large, and not wanting to make my own spring bars, although slightly tempted, I abandoned this attempt too and moved on to number 5. This is attempt number 5. I have maintained accuracy when machining the case, avoided wonkiness, drilled for the lugs appropriately. I have test fitted the crystal, and I'm very happy with how that fits. I've built up the movement with the centre wheel and the plates on the back. The centre wheel does clear the crystal, and the main plates sit within the case, in a way I'm very happy with. It's quite an adventure making the spring for this, as when I tested this, my test piece was had smooth walls. I hadn't cut the threads in for the case back, just put the groove that the spring would expand into, and that made installation much simpler. I had quite a bit of trouble with the spring catching in these threads. I found a way around that, and do yet need to make a beautiful spring in this way, but this will be good for testing. I've made a simple strap and a first attempt at a buckle. I had a piece of 1.5mm thick stainless steel sheet scrap. I don't know what grade, but wanted to see how durable it would be to have a bar here that's 1.5mm wide, and again it's 1.5mm thick, and so I want to be able to test wear this to see how that survives. Then I can make a beautiful one. Also, I had trouble holding before bending the buckle to drill the lugs, and I need to make a fixture that will properly support that, and a proper bending jig to be able to very accurately match the bend in the same place on each side and achieve the angle to mimic the angle that I have in the case. Next job is drilling for the crown. I'm going to use the old cases to test, as now I know I can mount the movement in and where it is, I should be able to find the correct height to drill the crown. After that, lapping and polishing for the case and making the case back, making the crown, properly building up the movement. Then I can test it and go back through replacing all of the simpler first attempts. But very fun adventure so far. Thank you for watching.